Everyone says history repeats itself, but that's not actually true. Because if it did, we would see it coming every time. We would recognize the pattern instantly, and we don't. Instead, history feels familiar, but never identical. And that's exactly what makes it so dangerous.
Every civilization follows patterns, but those patterns evolve with each cycle. The structure may look the same, but the conditions are always changing beneath the surface. At the beginning, pressure forces innovation. People have no choice but to adapt quickly, and every mistake carries a consequence. Over time, those adaptations create stability. Systems begin to form, and what once required effort starts to feel natural. And once something works consistently, people begin to rely on it. The system becomes trusted, and questioning starts to fade. But this is where the pattern begins to shift, not in collapse, but in repetition becoming the default. Because when something works, it gets repeated, and repetition slowly replaces adaptation. And repetition looks like stability. It feels safe, predictable, even successful. But stability without pressure slowly removes the need to adapt. And without adaptation, the system begins to weaken. And this is why history feels like it repeats, because the structure remains familiar, even as the details begin to shift. But the details always change. Different people, different conditions, different responses. Which means history doesn't repeat, it evolves, it echoes patterns, but never perfectly.
That's why history is so difficult to recognize while it's happening. Because you're not looking at something completely new, and you're not looking at something completely familiar. You're looking at a pattern, evolving in real time. And the real danger is thinking you've seen it before.